Hello and welcome to this virtual applicant day with the School of English at the University of Kent. My name is Dr. Juha Virtanen and I am one of the directors of Recruitment and Admissions for English at Kent. That means that I am one of the main academic points of contact for all the students who have applied to take their undergraduate degree with English at Kent, and it is always such a great pleasure to speak to our applicants both in person and in videos such as this one. I'm really delighted to be able to welcome you to this virtual event, and I hope you have an enjoyable and engaging day with us. What will follow in this presentation video is a very quick overview of English at Kent, with a particular view towards giving you a clear picture of what your life might be like as a member of our academic community. I hope you enjoy watching it. Firstly, I just want to remind you of some of the key points about English at Kent. If you attended one of our open days over the summer or in the autumn, or if you have visited our website, or if you viewed some of the content on our YouTube channel, you may already know that we are a recognizably thriving school. We maintain a consistently strong performance in the various national league tables because we deeply care about our students' academic progression, their personal development, their student experience, and their employability after graduation. So for instance, in the Guardian University Guide 2020, our value added score, which measures how well students are taught during their degrees, was 8 out of 10. This is the exact same score that was given to degrees like English literature at Oxford. You may also know that all your lecturers at Kent will be active researchers developing cutting-edge ideas and work in their specialist subject areas. Indeed, we were recently ranked first nationally for our departmental research intensity. And all of this cutting-edge knowledge and expertise feeds directly into your teaching with English at Kent. Whatever subject area you study during your degree with us, you will be learning innovative, contemporary, and informed ideas, and your teaching will always be guided by the latest developments within the field. You may also already know that we have an excellent staff-to-student ratio here. The lecturers you will meet at Kent will always be available to discuss your studies with you. And in addition to this, you will also have personal academic advisors during the course of your degree, and you will also get guidance on your career options from our in-house employability officer. In other words, whatever your academic or pastoral needs are, you will always have lots of support throughout your studies with English at Kent. You may also already know that all of our students are fully fledged members of our academic community. During your time at Kent, you will meet new people, you will forge new connections, and you will discover new things. You will also be able to take part in a number of events throughout the year, which will enhance and further enrich your studies beyond the classroom. You may also already know that you can get started with getting a feel for the academic community here at Kent by connecting with our social media profiles. The school is represented on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram, so please do give us a follow. But because it is quite likely that you already know all of these key facts, what I really want to do during this presentation today is to glance into my metaphorical crystal ball and to give you a glimpse of the future. Specifically, I want to give you a glimpse to what a week in your life might be like in autumn term 2021 as a first-year student with English at Kent. So, here is what that week might look like. First of all, during that week in autumn 2021, you would almost certainly be studying changing literatures from Chaucer to the contemporary. This core module focuses on all the major forms of literature, poetry, prose, and drama, with a keen emphasis on innovation across each of these forms. During that week in autumn, you would have 2-hour-long lectures for this module, which would be followed by a 2-hour seminar where you discuss the lecture content and the weekly readings. So whatever form you'd be studying during that particular week in the autumn term, your lectures and seminars would try to think about how these different literary forms have changed over time, what informs and influences those particular changes, and so on. Your classroom discussions might even try to think about how literature is changing right now in our present moment, with newly emerging forms of literature such as literature written via social media, be that Twitter, Snapchat, or Instagram, literature that's created by artificial intelligence, and experimental literature. In addition to these weekly lectures and seminars, Changing Literatures also includes workshops on research and writing skills, which take place every other week. So it is likely that during this week in autumn 2021, you might take part in sessions that are designed to furnish you with the skills that help you do your best in your assignments, not just in Changing Literatures, but across the entirety of your studies. But what else might that week in autumn involve? Because English at Kent is fundamentally a personal degree that allows you to shape your studies according to your interests and enthusiasms, your weekly studies alongside Changing Literatures would be up to you. So, during that week in autumn, you might be studying other worlds, dystopias, and futures. Your studies on this module would be focused on narratives of dystopia, futures, or other speculative realities, e.g. from writers like Margaret Atwood, Alan Moore, or Ursula Le Guin. And you'd have the opportunity to think about how these literatures reflect real-world political, environmental, or social concerns. You would also learn to record and prepare presentation documentaries in a video format, as well as produce a final research project that allowed you to develop your critical and creative faculties, perhaps by devising an other world of your own creation. Or you might be studying American power, American protest. In this module, you would examine the long history of oratorical performance in the USA, from presidential speeches to university debates, from Native American orature to political activism. As a part of this module, you would learn to consider rhetorical choices and analyze the specific historical and cultural factors that give rise to a range of different speeches and the people who voice them. You would also have the opportunity to work with a group of your classmates to write, research, and deliver a speech using the knowledge of rhetoric that you gained during the course of the module. Or, especially if you are studying English literature and creative writing, you might be studying creative writing foundations. Your seminars and workshops in this module would allow you to experiment with essential creative writing techniques, practices, and strategies, including things like journaling, workshopping, and editing and redrafting. And whilst you were doing that, you would be exploring themes like form, freedom, and constraint, time, tense, and memory, writing in place, and manifestos. Or you might be taking a wild module from another school at the university. This would give you an excellent opportunity to try out different subjects and to try out different approaches to learning. But your week next autumn would have so many more exciting opportunities in addition to your lectures and seminars. As a member of our academic community, you might also go to our creative writing reading series on the Tuesday evening and hear leading and upcoming contemporary authors read from their work and answer questions from the audience. One of those questions could be one of yours. You might also attend research seminars organized by one of our specialist subject centers. For example, you might go to the post-colonial research seminar on the Thursday afternoon and hear new scholarship in this exciting area of literature. Or you might attend a talk or a lecture given by a visiting scholar we have invited to speak at the school. Or you might attend one of our employability events, such as Humanities for Hire or Future Planning, where you would find out more about the kinds of careers you can pursue with a degree in English, or hear talks from alumni about their working lives and plan for your own future employment. You might also go to see your seminar leaders during their office hours in order to get one-to-one guidance on your assignments for one of your modules. Or you might be attending events with societies such as the Literature Society or the Creative Writing Society or the Hogwarts Society or Film Society and a number of other humanities and arts related societies. These would usually take place on Wednesday afternoons or Wednesday evenings. Or you might be taking part in work experience opportunities or internships that you found out about from our employability officer. Maybe you'd be working with the local news channel KMTV, maybe you'd be doing some work at Canterbury Cathedral or a number of other organizations. So that's the crystal ball glimpse into a possible week in your life during the next autumn term with us. I hope that has given you a clear image of all the exciting activities and opportunities that your academic and social life might contain while studying English at Kent. But what would await you during your subsequent years of study? Let me tell you a bit more about that. In your second year, you would continue to have the opportunity to shape your degree according to your interests, your passions, and your enthusiasms. And you'd be able to choose from a range of modules focusing on key periods of English, American, and post-colonial literatures. These would include modules like Shakespeare and early modern drama, the contemporary, where we focus on 21st century writing, 19th century writing in Victorian literature, 20th century American writing in American modernities, or global post-colonial writing in empire, new nations, and migrations. Your creative writing options would include innovative modules like poetic entanglements and elements of fiction, where you would build on the skills you developed in creative writing foundations. Or whatever degree you are taking, you could explore modules where creative and critical approaches meet and intersect. These would be interactive and immersive fictions where we think about the different shapes that stories can take and how to build narrative worlds across alternate reality games, video games, immersive theater, and many, many other exciting interactive forms. Or a module called Reading and Writing Mental Health, where we examine literary relationships to mental health concerns in writing. In your third year, you would have the opportunities to focus on highly specialized areas of study with teaching informed by cutting-edge ideas and research. So these could include modules like American crime fiction, where we think about crime writing from the United States, the Brontes, which is an entire module dedicated to the Bronte sisters, the love poem, which considers both historical love poems as well as their modern form in pop songs like from artists such as Charlie XCX, or you might look at poetry beyond text, where we think about poetic forms that go beyond the page, like performance poetry. Your degree would culminate in a personal project which could take a number of forms. You might write a dissertation or a novel or a collection of short stories or a collection of poems. Or you might curate an exhibition on a particular topic that's important to you. Or you might devise and produce a podcast series on post-colonial literature, or indeed any area of literature that you'd like to focus on. Or you might start your own YouTube channel about literature and popular culture, and many, many more examples like this. employability, whatever form you would take, whatever form your project would take, employability would be at the heart of that final project. Not only would you engage in in-depth study of literature, but you would also become adept at a series of non-routine tasks that require social intelligence, complex critical thinking, and creative problem solving. All of these would make you highly attractive to a range of contemporary employers after graduation. And at the end of your journey through your degree with us, you would have your graduation ceremony in the grand surroundings of Canterbury Cathedral, which is a really wonderful event that all of us, staff-wise, as well as all our students, always really appreciate and enjoy. It's a fantastic environment to culminate and conclude your time with English at Kent. And if all of that sounds really exciting to you, which I very much hope it does, I have some good news. You don't have to wait until next September. As one of our applicants, you are most welcome to already start engaging with our academic community. There are a number of ways to do this during the course of the first half of this year. We have lots of taster sessions planned between February and May, where you can engage with taster lectures from our staff or take part in Q&As and panel discussions and a range of other exciting ideas and debates. You are also warmly invited to join any of the School of English events that we're hosting online over the coming weeks and months. Simply follow us on social media, and if you see a notification of an event that seems of interest to you, please do come along. It would be wonderful to see you there. Or you might want to take some time to browse our YouTube channel, where you can find videos about our degrees and our academic community, watch recorded sample lectures, or view some podcasts that will help you with your studies right now. And you would always be very welcome to get in touch with us with any questions to have. So if you want to get in touch with the directors of recruitment and admissions here at the School of English, you can email either m.g.falk at kent.ac.uk, or you can email me at j.p.virtanen at kent.ac.uk, or you can get in contact with our colleagues at admissions through artshumsadmissions at kent.ac.uk. And you can always visit our website for more news and events. The link for it is available on the slide. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was engaging and informative for you. Our staff and students are available in the text-based chat all the way throughout this day, so please do pop along there if you have any questions or if you simply wish to have a chat. It would be really fantastic to speak to you. We also have a number of information sessions and sample seminars taking place live via Zoom over the course of the day. You can find links to these on the Hijack platform, so please do join along to them. Like I said before, I hope you have an exciting time during the course of this virtual applicant day. But let me finish this video with the following. Speaking on behalf of my colleagues, our current students, and myself, we are really happy and excited that you have applied to study English at Kent, and we'd be thrilled to welcome you to our academic community in September. Thanks for watching, and speak to you soon.